Hey everybody, welcome to another Thursday. I'm Mario and this is Geeks of the Week, and this week it's Fancy Week on Geeks of the Week. What's that? Oh, it's not Fancy Week. I just made that up right now as an excuse to wear the top hat. Yeah, I did. But I'm stuck in the word for the rest of the video, so on to the video. Sorry you're sick this week, Steph, but that doesn't stop you. I want everyone to know that she's a relentless, geeking human being and she will not be stopped. So go to her video and wish her well. And yes, our feels for Journey are well documented. I actually read a preview for Young Avengers and it looks really good. Oh, and bless you, bless you, bless you. Pyro, I enjoyed your different point of view on the Star Wars deal, and I do agree that the fan reaction has been a little zealous. But one day I will explain to you my problems with episodes 1 to 3. But the one thing I could agree with you 100% is our love for Pixar. Ever since Pixar showed up, it's been dominating the animation game. And yes, other studios are catching up, but Pixar will always hold a special place in my top hat, which means the world to me. Luluko, where you at? Holler and such. Although Luluko is away, she did post a great article about cosplay deviants. I will be posting a link below. If you guys go to it, I promise never to say holler again. Nikki, thank you for telling me about the Firefly deal. I ordered the book, but sadly when I did it was already out of stock, so who knows when I'll get it, but know that I will get it. And thanks for showing me Nathan Fillion's Halloween costume. You know how Joss Whedon loves reusing his actors from his old TV shows? I think it'd be awesome if in the next Avenger movie, you have Captain Canada starring Nathan Fillion. My mind already wants to explode with how awesome that would be. Also, I'd like to wish you well on your unofficial convention tour, and this news is for everybody, but this Sunday, Science Channel, Brown Coats Unite. Be there. I'd like to thank Nikki for telling me about it in the first place. I tip my hat to you, madam, because above all else, you are a lady and a vanguard. I'm going to make some quick comments. Like the rest of the geeks, I too watched Wreck-It Ralph, and it was touching, sweet, and funny. I definitely recommend it. Times like these, I wish I knew how to cosplay, because I would go as Gloyd and race the rest of the geeks. So this is the last political thing, but not really political, but this Friday Lincoln comes out, and I'm actually excited to see it, because Daniel Day-Lewis is boss. I was going to mention this in the last video, but it was running all long. Superman recently made news in that Clark Kent has decided to quit the Daily Planet. I've been checking in on Superman since the start of the DC New 52, because his titles have been, well, lackluster. So I decided to check in again with Superman issue 13, and it was frustratingly bad. Not because he quit the Daily Planet, but because how whiny he sounded over Lois. There's something off with the character, he just doesn't sound right. Which leads me to this plea for Scott Snyder. Please, Mr. Snyder, I know you're going to start writing for Superman soon, but can it be right now? Like, now. Seriously, now. The character is dwindling in mediocrity. He just doesn't sound right. They're doing awful things to him. Please, he's by far my favorite superhero of all time. I just want a great Superman title, which I know you can provide because you're a handsome man, a very talented writer, and you dress well. You know, I'm not opposed to bribery. I will gladly give you my top hat. Whatever it takes, please start now. You are amazing. I don't think you'll ever see this, but I hope you do. Help us, Scott Snyder. You're our only hope. Please, help. Since it is the first week of the month, as per usual, I'm going to say my top 5 comics for the month of October. Starting with Thief of Thieves, issue 9. Master Thief Redmond is really trying to walk away from his life of crime. And after outsmarting the authorities and helping out his son, you think he'd be able to. But nope. FBI agent Elizabeth Cohen is still going after him, and his son continues to get into trouble needing his help again. This is always a fun comic to read. I love a great crime story, and this is what that is. The characters are very three-dimensional. Like Redmond, he's a successful thief who has an ex-wife who hates him, and the son who's trying to follow in his footsteps, but that's not what he wants for him. This was another solid issue and my 5th pick of the month. Number 4, Chew, issue 29. Tony from NASA, Caesar from the FDA, and Colby from the USDA all have to team up to investigate a woman who could change her appearance simply by using a facial beauty mask. This is towards the end of the arc, but this particular one has been easily accessible to new readers as all the issues have been standalone-ish. So I am seriously running out of positive things to say about this comic. Almost 30 issues in and not a dip in quality. The artwork is always top-notch, the writing is witty, you seriously can't go wrong with this comic, so pick it up with confidence. Number 3, Journey into Mystery, issue 645. And this is the conclusion of Gillian's run on this title, any one of the best comic books out there. And in it, Kid Loki has a hard decision to make, as his deceitful ways have caught up to him. Well again. Gillian's take on this character will completely change the way you see Loki. Before this, he was unlikable, came off as a wretch, At best, you felt sympathy for the character, but now because Gillian introduced you to Kid Loki, you see a different aspect of his personality. He's precocious scamp, he's likable now, and he's somebody you want to be his friend, but you know you can't trust them. This was a perfect ending to this title. I'm going to miss it. If you're a fan of the fantasy genre, definitely pick up the trades, and it was my third pick of the month. Number 2, Punk Rock Jesus issue 4. And 3 issues in, you wonder why it's called Punk Rock, and here you find out why. As Chris, who's the clone of Jesus and is forced to star in the reality show, is a teen now. And like any teen, he decides to rebel by going punk rock. If you're sensitive about religion, this is not the comic for you. It's provocative, thought-provoking, and edgy. It delivers a message without being preachy. The characters are organic. They're not shocking for the sake of being shocking. There's only 2 issues left, and I have no idea where it's going to end up. I cannot wait to see what happens next in another stellar issue. Finally, number 1, Batman issue 13. The Joker has returned to Gotham after being away for a year and has come back to do what he does best, and that is play Batman. Usually I have to struggle in what order I put these comics in, but this month, without question, Batman was by far the best. And usually I like to promote non-superhero comics, simply because it's easier for new readers to get into them, they are better, and everybody knows the superheroes. I don't need to worry about them being promoted anymore. But when a superhero comic is written this amazingly, it's my favorite thing to read out of anything. The arc just started, but you could already tell something special going to come from it. This issue has become a little difficult to get, but a second printing must be hitting soon. I definitely recommend you pick it up. It was a great issue and by far my favorite of the month. I do not know how to end this video. So I'm just going to say bye. See you next week. Remember to subscribe, check out the other Geeks of the Week, and stay geeky. Hello. I'm not going to do that again. No. I hope people don't think I'm a magician. I do not know any magic tricks. Getting the whole hat in the shot is difficult. I do not like slouching.